the function. So you create the function and then you call what the function outside here. So if you don't call this function, nothing will happen, right? So when you call this function, then the whatever that in the function would be what executed. Now, if you remember the last time, another way of printing something inside a function is using what we call return, right? A simple Google will tell you return in what? In Python. So what return does? So if we look at it, they say that the return statement marks the end of what? Of a function and specify the value or the values to pass back from the function. So what the function does is that, what the return statement does is that, number one, it will replace this print by printing this code outside it. So if you want to return this code to the terminal or want to return this code to the front end, what you need to do, you need to return what? That function. So let's do something. Let's upgrade this code. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is that, okay, let me create a function called add product. Add pro what? Product. Now remember the difference between a function and a variable. Who can tell me? A function and a variable. Who can tell the difference between a function and a variable? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Who can tell me the difference between a function and a variable?
I think a function, the difference, the syntax def as definition is a different, because in variable you cannot, the definition you cannot, you're not defining the variable with that def. Is one of the difference.
Okay.
In variable,
So I think a variable is a named storage, a kind of where we store an item or a block or where we store a block of code. Why function is a block of code that performs a specific task.
Okay. Okay. That is nice. Who can try? Who can
Okay,
try?
hi Chief. Good evening, sir. Just like what the previous speaker said, a variable is used to store any data type in Python. You can even use it to store function, any data, but you can use it to store any particular code or to hold any particular code for you. But function is used for execution of any group of code that you want it to perform a specific task. You use function to execute them. Even that function you are defining, you can use variable to hold it and call it anytime you want it also.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. All right. So, okay. So what we are don't say this is okay. So what we are going to do here is very simple. Let's have a function that add product, right? Let's say add product. So in this add product, we are going to uh, leave it that way. I think we've done function several times. All right. So in this add product, I am going to uh, I'm going to I'm going to say, okay, name, just a product name. So inputs, right? Inputs. So they can type in the word, the product name. So we have input, like you're having indentation issue. Okay. Input.
Define.
Okay, good. That input, I will say enter product name. All right.
I
So
think that product name should go in test mode. The indentation is showing.
You've not
Define your
defined the
function,
function,
please.
sir.
You have not defined the function, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. So the product was the product name. So let's have the price. Price goes to. So I'm going to have it as a float, so that case you want to enter like 5.2, 1.3 can enable. So we have enter price, right? All right. So the last one I'm going to have here is quantity, right? Enter quantity. So this is a function. Now, can you do this in a variable? Having this as a one in one variable, or this as one code in one variable?
No.
No. So we have seen the difference between a function. So a function, like I told you, if you remember earlier, I said a function is what? Is a block of code or a block of reusable word code that perform a specific task, right? Is this a block of code? Is it a block of code? Yeah. Please I want this class to be interactive.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's a block of code.
It
Yes,
is.
it's a block of code.
Now, fantastic. So when you come here, if this is a block of code, then let me call that function. Comment on this. Then give it a hero. Then you can see that I have what? Product name. Do you know that I can even import this thing and use it anywhere? Like a module. Without even writing any of this code. So a function also help you to avoid repeating what? Yourself. Code for repeating a particular code. Let's say I want to add a product in a different application or a different page. What I need to do is to call what? This function by importing the function. Are we communicating? So we have function like this. Let's say student. Student. Let's say Chidima. So if I don't write your name well, no verse. No Chidima. Chidima. Abi? Chidim. Is that N?
You're right.
M-M-A.
Abi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if you're correct. You're correct.
All right. All right. So what I'm going to do here is that I'll say print. This print, do you know that this print is a function? Huh?
Yes.
This print is a what? It's a function
Inbuilt.
created by Python. Those that develop Python. Now we are creating our own. We are creating what? Our own. I can start to say, okay, length. Let me check the length of Chidima name. And then print this. You can see that the length of Chidima name is 8. So even this length is a function. But the difference between this length function and our own function is that own function is an inbuilt word function from what? Python. While our own is a customized word function that we created by ourselves. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise the
Amen.
praise the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the Lord, somebody.
All
Amen,
right.
Pastor.
So let's fire that. Now, when you look at
Amen,
this
amen,
function,
amen.
right? When you look at this function that we have, whenever I want to call this function, remember I must call this. If I comment on this and come back here to call this function, of course, we are not going to have this function, not going to work. So we need to make sure that we call what? This function. Then we come back here, and then I have product name, HP laptop. enter. Price, enter. Quantity, 3, enter. So what this function is doing, okay, what this function is doing is to just collect an input. And when it collects an input, we can decide to expand this application, right? By storing this input that we are collecting. Still in the same word, in the same function. So we store this input that we are collecting in the same word, in the same function. Now, what we want to do here is that we want a situation to store. So if you want to store something, you use a variable. But if you want to store multiple things that have value, right, and keys, like because we have a product might have a value. Because okay, we can use what we call dictionary, right? So we are going to call dictionary here. Let's say here we have product. So in this product equals to, so you have to be product, this should be product good. Then we have dictionaries. So in that dictionary, yeah, yeah, hello, yeah, good evening. Oh, Alex from where? Okay, okay, Alpha. I beg send me message for WhatsApp. I dey class. Yeah, I beg. Yeah. Yeah, I say I dey class. I dey class. I dey class. Yes, yes. I dey online class. I beg, you know vex. Yeah, I beg. I beg. Okay. All right. Let's fire that. So we need for us to store multiple things. So I want to store first product name to product name. Then the next I want to store the price to the price. The next I want to store the quantity to what, to the quantity, right? The quantity. So we've stored this, right? Now storing all this information, I think that's a mistake. We are doing it outside the, that it needs to be outside the it needs to be outside our distance. So now after you've stored this, you can say let's say I say return the product name. So this return of the product name will display all the information that we are having on this product, which are that it will. But however, let's try that out, right? And then, so the product name will be HP Light Book. Then the price is this, H2. Now, immediately you run that, you notice that we are not having any information. Now, so let's do something. The reason why this is not returning is because in dictionary, if you want to access any of the key, any of this product, you use the word, what we call the key, right? You use the word, the key, to access the word, the value. So what we are going to do here, we can return this, and we call the F stream, and that F stream you can say product. Let me make sure that you can return f say product name. So let's only call the product name. Okay. So of course, everybody that is here will know what this is all about. So we're returning the product name, the price, and the quantity. So let's clear this and come back here and type. So what do we have here? Product name.
So we are not printing.
We don't
Check
need to
check that product name in that return. That's not product name dash
You have to print
product
the
dash
function.
name. Just write product
There's supposed to product
simple
name
one.
underscore. There's supposed to be an underscore
okay,
in the
let paste
product
it
name.
again. So
Product
all right,
underscore
please,
name.
it's okay. HP light book, then price and quantity. Let's try to use print. Don't know why the return supposed to
So you
uh
can use print when calling the function.
hold on. Let's print this and see. All right. Let's try to print this and see. Clear. Boom.
So I close the bracket.
Yeah.
Close the bracket for print. Close the bracket for print.
It's closed already.
Light book. Like you are seeing double. Okay. So when we did that, you can see we're having what the allied book, and then we're having the amount. So I can decide to come here and add n. Good. Oh yeah. So that I can have now. So have this light book. Hmm. All right. So you can see that we have 200,000 for a light book. Then the quantity is what? Is 2 for a light book. So this is simple way, a very simple function that can do any kind of thing at all. That means this take me back to what we have in this man, that we have the add what? The add product. So this is the what? A one function that in charge of what? Adding a product on a particular um, a supermarket. Now, another thing also we need to do is that the categories, right? We have these categories: supply, delivery, and a lot of them that we have at the moment. So, what we are going to do next is to advance to this function. So another function that we are going to be looking at is a function that has parameters, right? Function that have excuse me. So the functions that have parameters, So how do we change this function to become a function that have a parameter, which you know, which what we are we are going to do, how we can be able to, to be able to have the function and then have the parameter of that function. So before I do that, I'll come back to work on this code about the parameter, how we can be able to add parameters on that code. Now let's move straight up on what is parameters, right? How you can make use of a parameter in the function. So we've done that before, right? We've done that before. So who can tell us what is a parameter in the function, right? Who can tell us? Okay.
It's a placeholder, sir.
Okay, the placeholder data. Fantastic. Good, next.
Parameter is a placeholder in which we later used inside the function to substitute for the major thing we want to. Parameter is just a placeholder for the items needed in the function, so that we can easily substitute the placeholder for the actual thing in the function while writing our code.
Now, good. Remember, those are variables, right? Those parameters are what? They are variable. They are variables, right? Those are what? They are variables. So they are variables that appear inside uh inside the what does that call it? It appear
Inside the
inside the
function.
parentheses, right? Inside the parentheses of of that function. Let's say we want to call out a function. Let me take this one up. So, right, I'm commenting on this. So what we are going to do here is that we want to call out a function. See, let's see, add item, right? Inside this add item, let me define a function. So inside this add item, I can have name and name and price, right? So inside item, I have what? Name and what? And price. So this the 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 parameter in the function, like say, is a word. It's called the like a placeholder or an argument, right? So that you will later change or later use in the function. So in this parameter now, what I will do is to uh, simply return the parameters. So I will just return the word, the two parameter. So here I'll return it, then return the parameter. I will return name and then price. Now the reason why I'm returning this is so that we can be able to use this man whenever we are calling this function. Now, what if we decide not to return this man? Let's go and comment on this man. And then we move down here, let's call the function. Now, remember, if you have a parameter, let's just put pass here. Remember, instead of putting pass, let's call the two parameters, name and price, right? Good and fine. Now, I want to know that if you like this function that we called here, we call it without adding parameter. But if you do the same thing on add item parameter, you see what's going to happen. We are going to have what? We are going to have error. You're asking us that our function require two require what? Argument. So you can see what we have here. The type error, add item, missing two require what? Argument. What this thing means is that we cannot use this function without calling the parameters. Are we communicating? Without calling what? The parameters. So if you try calling without the parameters, this is what we are going to have. Now let me come here and say, okay, name is Macaulay Skyline. Then price, they have then if I come back here, delete this and try to call back this man, you notice that after calling the function, nothing appeared here. Have you noticed it? Now it happened because we need to return this thing back to the user so that the user can be able to receive whatever that we are returning. Now if you comment on this return and then come back here, reload, and then reload, delete this, reload,
Nothing is printing.
yes.
We use print.
No, you don't need to use print. Okay. Now,
I think there's a print that is functioning up there. Scroll up. Maybe
no,
that one needs to be commented on.
no. So let's return again and see. Okay. So let's see. Um, let's try this and see. But don't worry, we're still going to change it later. All right. So let's try to print. Okay. Now see what we are going to do. We are going to return this, but the way of returning it is using uh using what is the name? Using
Dictionary.
dictionaries. Yes. Then if we read dictionaries, this will help us return this. So whenever you are returning uh multiple values, you need to put them in what? In dictionary. So let's run that. C does not uh C does not return this. Um
Sorry, sir. I think you should, when you type the return, you should put the name and the price in the parentheses, that's in bracket, to return both of them together.
okay, let's try and check. I think that should work. Um mm, mm. Okay, see, this is what you're going to do. There are people who will work, just that what we are going to do is that uh we save this man in the variable. Yeah? We have to save this man in the variable. As we're returning it, set this man in the variable. So that will work. So the result here will be saved in a variable. Let's say product. Good. If we save this man in a variable and then we print it out, um, we have
Product, sir.
yeah,
Print product.
just call it here, and then boom, this will work. So you can see what we have here. But what we are going to do here, instead of doing like this, Let's remove all this, get rid of all this, and then let's return it normally the way we did before. Yeah, put comma, and then good. You can still have a different result returning this. So this will return. You can see the name, you can see whatever that we have in here. So you can see this is how you can.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So why was it you returning before when you did it this way? Is it because you had to turn it to this into a variable?
Yeah, we need to create a variable so you can print it out.
So if you return without creating a variable and calling the variable with the print, it won't work.
Sometimes it will work. Now let me show you something now. Let me show you something. If I say this, and comment on this too, and come here and call the function. You still need to put this in a variable. If I use multiple variable, you need to put it in a variable. Regardless. Oh yeah, you should need to put it in a variable. That should be in a variable, because add then 30. Yeah, this may work because we are doing a sum up here. So this may work or it may not work. So you still need to put it in a variable for it to work. Or you can use print. But return, you must put in a variable for it to return and print it out.
So because I know in React, if you are returning like multiple uh will I say parameters that's
Yeah.
inside a function,
Yeah.
then you use return, then bracket, you understand, the normal bracket, then you call those functions together. Or if it's multiplication, you don't, or anything that has to do with mass, you don't have to put them inside this in the bracket. That's why I'm asking. If you put it inside normal bracket, like you put name comma price in normal bracket and return it, so won't it work?
See, these are okay. Let's try this.
That is, I mean, without return, without declaring the variable
Re-
and printing it out
React
and
is
printing the variable
JavaScript.
out.
This is Python. They are different. React is JavaScript,
Just
so it
hold
will
on.
return.
Just hold on.
But this
I
is
think
Python. They are different.
I think
Just,
I
just
think
hold on.
the simple answer to his question is that the actually is actually working, but you are actually not telling the code to print anything to for
No,
you to see it
no.
also.
Just let me show you something. Now, this may return because we are adding this in a variable. Now, let me show you something. Let's call the add sum, add item. There you can see and 20. This may return. So let's check it out. Can only do what? They're running it again. Can only concatenate string, not int. So we're not passing in string here.
Sorry, sir. My initial question is returning the two parameters inside parentheses. That is return, then bracket, then inside the bracket we have the name comma price. Then
Yes.
you call the function. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, that I'm telling you. See, that approach, like you said, their own approach may work. Are you getting me? Okay, let's comment on this.
Sir, why you are saying that is actually what you are asking your code to print out to you for in the console. That's why you are seeing the your name and then the this thing. So if you don't tell it to print something out for you here, there's no way you can see it here.
Of course, you need to print it out. That's the truth. But what the return does is that
Print it out.
the return will need to return this code back. not printing it out. I get it. The return is not used in printing out, but it will return the code for you.
Sir,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's returning it, but how do you want to know it's returning it if you are not printing it? You will not know.
No, listen.
So
Okay,
that's just
let me show you something. Look at now. Let's do like this. Are you getting me? Let's do this way. Now, we are not returning this, right? We are not returning the result, right? Let's just do this. We are not returning this, right? Now this is it. Yeah. So let's come back here and let's print this. Call the function. Now this will not give us any results. That's why I say we are using prints. Are you getting me? Are you with me? That's why I say we are using prints. This will not give us any result. So it's the return now that will bring out this value, make this value available for printing. Do you notice what happened here? So we are printing this, and then when we come in here, we are not getting any results. The result we are having is 0. Do you see it? Do you notice it?
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
notice it. I understand, but it's still not my question.
Okay, what is that question?
My
Okay,
question
just hold
is
on. Just hold on. Let me finish.
the
Just,
initial function that you declared, which is this thing, the name and price.
yes.
Then you called the function. Then when you imputed the return, then name comma price, it didn't return the function for us or to display Macaulay and this. I think was it 20 or so. That was the price. Now I'm asking that, having the return, now you've written you've typed the return. If you put bracket, that is the two bracket, the normal brackets. Now
Like a
I
string.
write the name comma price. Now then return the function, then call the function itself and run it. Won't it give us the listen the function that is inside there? That is the name, that is the Macaulay and the price that you had there.
Okay. I will attend to that. Now let's return this result. So when you return this result and you come here and you print, you see the result. So it's very important that you return. Now, like the question you asked earlier. So
Sorry, sir.
yeah.
Before you leave this one, let me just ask something, sir. Since you return results now, I want to know if you do not actually save those parameter inside the variable, like you just do number one and num and then plus num1, will you see return without saving inside the variable? Will you see print
Saving what? Saving.
without
Okay.
saving the parameter inside the variable? Will you see
Okay.
print
Okay.
and not returning?
Okay. Now what you're saying is that num plus
Yes,
num2, right?
plus no, yes, plus num1.
Num1. If this
Yes.
will not work, it's not going to print anything.
Okay.
This will not print anything. It's still no.
Okay.
You must
Okay.
return
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You must
Okay.
return it. Either you return it with this. I get
Okay.
it. Return it with
Okay.
this. This will work.
Okay. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get
That
it.
is it. So the
All right.
other person that is acting. So please come again with your question. Let's see if we can do it practically.
So, sir, you defined a function that
Mm-hmm.
you had name and price,
Mm-hmm.
which was like, I think the function was product, not addition.
Don't worry, don't worry. Let's do it here. Mm-hmm.
Then price.
Mm-hmm.
Then you return name and uh, price.
Yes.
This was the initial way that you returned it. Then you now called the function.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? Now I'm saying that if you put this name and price inside the bracket,
Without returning
now
something.
then call the function. Won't it give us the actual Macaulay that you had inside the function that you called and the price of 20 that you had inside it?
Without returning it.
No, no,
Without.
you returned
You
it
must
already
print.
now.
You must print for you
Hold
to
on now,
view it.
please. Hold on. When your time reach, you ask your question. So you have to call the function. You have
Okay,
not called the
without
function.
printing. Without
Yeah,
printing,
without
right?
printing, yes.
Okay, let's do that. This will not still work. It's not still work, but let's call it. Let's call the item. So It will not work. So let's have a uh, okay. We have all right. So let's work on this. So this will not return anything.
So why is it that you didn't want it that you have to
You did not print,
declare
or you did not print.
to declare this function and turn it to a variable? Then we now have to print the variable for it to work.
Now, see, listen. Now, what is happening here is that this bracket, are you getting me?
Yes.
What is doing is not printing. In Python, for you to print anything in the console, you must use print. So what this man is doing is sending the value back to the user so that the user can use this value. The user can have access to these two values. Remember, these values are local variables. And for you to be able to change it to a global variable that you can use it inside the function, you need to use return. For the user to have access to this, you must use return. Then when you use that return, for you to get this in the terminal, get it printed, you must use it, you add it in print so that I can display it. There is no way you can display anything in Python, if you are using terminal. But when you are working, yes, you use terminal. For you to display it on the terminal, you must use print. But if you are working on a real prod program like what you are seeing here, now let me show you something. You can see that I'm returning. So this returning, I don't need to print. This automatically will give the front end access to this. Are you getting me? So this now is working as a print. So it will return this thing back to the user using the word, the return and render.
Yes. So as long as it's not feeding the front end, we are just using the terminal. Have to use print for it.
Use print, exactly. But when we start using front end, that means don't use return to return it back to the front end. You can even return it to not even the front, you can return it to the browser directly, which you are using the HTTPS or JSON. So it will return directly to the browser where you have access to the responses and make use of it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let's move to while loop before we start building our project. I'm going to talk about while loop. I'm done with this function. I'm going to talk about while loop. So what is while loop? Who can tell us what is while loop?
While loop is a function in the Python that will occur when the certain condition is true. It will keep happening until the condition turns to false.
I didn't get to the guy.
While loop is a loop that will continue running when a certain condition is truth, when it's being met. But when the condition does not melt with the when the condition does not melt, it will stop using the word break.
Okay.
I think while loop is like a flow statement that allows code to be executed repeatedly until a given condition is met.
Okay, next. Who can help us? Who can help us is while loop. While loop. Why do we use while? Very important. What is the difference between while loop and for loop? Huh?
There is big difference, sir.
Okay, tell us.
For loop, we only iterate through our list, array, or any other or dictionaries according to the length of that list. And once the list is once the list is done, it will stop working. But while loop, we help us continue running our code until a certain condition is met. before it stop. Otherwise, it will run to infinity. It won't stop.
Okay. 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 So let's do something. Um. All right. So what we are going to do, um, what we are going to do is that while loop, right? Um, because when we're using while loop, you need to be very careful. Because if you use it without being careful, this class, I may not come back to this class again. It must end up crashing my system. In fact, that will be the end of this class. So it is very need to be very careful when you are using while loop. Are you getting me? Because while loop will run a code repeatedly until a certain condition is met. That's what we use those days to slow down people Ponzi website when they are building Ponzi. You launch your own like this, run while loop, and start. If I do target your login, you are logging in this thing. That time you are launching, oh, don't really run. You'll be like more than 1 million people are logging at a time. Sometimes you will see that when you click on login, it will take more than 30 minutes before the login will open. I don't know if most of you are noticing a particular site. So what we'll do is that we'll go there and run while loop. We'll be targeting your login. Pum 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 pum. It will be slowing like ants. You think it's your server, you go and change server. You waiting will notice you change server, will come for you. So we are going to be looking at while. Now, like I said, while loop repeatedly, so repeatedly um execute a particular code as long as a condition or a certain condition remains true. If something is true, keep doing. Let's say, I hope will not get crashed. Let's say why while let's see, first uh let because if you before you use while loop, you must have a variable, right? You must use to do what? To compare. While let's say skyline, can say lesser than or equals to 0, then it should run prints. You should run what? Skyline. Of course, skyline is not defined, right? So I can come here and create skyline, then put skyline equals to 0. So I say what skyline equals to 0, it should do what? Print, right? Print hello. So skyline. All right. So if you run this code,
It will not stop. It will
it,
not
it
stop.
will not stop. Are you getting me? Because skyline is equals to 0. You can see we run hello. The hello is more than 10 times, in fact. So while loop will keep repeating a particular code until a certain condition is what is achieved. Then I can decide to say, instead of skyline equals to 0, like I say, let skyline is greater than what? 20. Now, if you run this code, we'll keep having this running until our browser will crash. Let me stop it. Because Skyline is Skyline is not greater than 20. It's lesser than what? Than 20. Then that's one thing I want to show you. If I come here and say numbers equals to plus 1, or I can say plus 1 and print the numbers. So let me comment on this. Now, if you click this, you notice that this man here plus 1 means that it's what? Is 1. Now, if you print it again, plus 1 is what? Is 1. So what we are going to do here is that, remember, Skyline is 0 here. So whenever we run this code, we want to increment. We want to increase Skyline to what? To what we call 1. So what we are going to do is like, we are going to call Skyline is equals to Skyline plus 1. So let's print Skyline. Let's print Skyline. So now, whenever we run this code, Skyline will be increased to what? To 1. If we run this code again, Skyline will keep to until the Skyline is greater than whatever that we have here. So let me print it. You notice what we have here. Of course, Skyline is what? Here is no longer 0, but Skyline is what? 19. Then plus 1, which is 20. I'll have to call somebody to explain this code for us. Can somebody explain what we did here? Somebody.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, what we have a variable in line 48 as Skyline, which is equals to 0. It has the value of 0. So we're now using while loop to loop through the Skyline and check if the Skyline is lesser than 20. Then the code should continue printing Skyline. And in line 52, each iteration, each time is checking if Skyline is less than 20. It should be adding 1 to Skyline. Continue adding 1 until Skyline is lesser than 20 before it could stop.
That's what while loop does. But let's go a bit advanced about the while loop. Remember, while loop means if something is true, let it keep doing. Right? I can try to say, why this? Keep coding. I got it. Keep what? Coding. Then what we are going to do after that, we say break. So break means to stop what? The code. Then this break, I will say stop. Okay, I think break means to stop the code. Yeah. So break means to what? To stop the code.
You won't be able to have any other thing after break.
There. So let's leave it. Let's leave it. Now, so we can also do something here, a kind of so
But
you can
sir, I think you can still have something
you have
under it,
something.
but
Don't worry.
it has to
Sir,
be
it will run
outside
to infinity.
like
You can stop your browser.
Yes. They are requesting that I should put this. All right. Now, what you are going to do here is that um we can come here and say if if skyline is equals to 20, here we can say print stop coding. Then we put break. Then inside that they come out outside, and then you can have this, and then let's print that. So keep coding, keep coding, keep coding. Scalar is not equals to this. So what we are going to do is that a scalar is equals to, okay, now this is what we are going to do.
sorry, sir. I have a question. If you use y skyline is less than or equals to 20, print stop coding, then you remove the if skyline is equals to 20. Is it not going to stop?
See what you are going to do. A scalar is equals to 5. Let's say a scalar is equals to 2. Or let's say 5. We should have this and break the code. So let's run it. Can see what we have here. Stop coding.
No,
So,
but sir, this is not my question. No.
Okay, what's the question?
Now, my question is for you to understand my question. First, remove the if statement.
Okay.
Everything in the if statement. Now, I think you have to remove the break too, because the break is inside that if statement. That's why you're having an error.
Okay.
Now, go to this thing. The y skyline is less than. After that, less than, put equals to.
What is it? This one?
Yes.
Okay, equals to.
Then run the code. Once he gets to that 20, it's not meant to stop.
It's going to stop. Why not?
That's what I'm saying now. Instead of using the if statement.
No, the if statement I did here is to stop the code when it gets to a certain number. I don't want it to run finish. Let's say we want to say today is Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Why Wednesday is equals to this. Let's say, okay, let's do something so that you understand better what I'm trying to say. Let's have something here today. Equals to right. So now what I can do here is that I'll come here and say why today I say why today is equals to let's have let's have trying to check what we are going to write here. Going to see what we're going to write here. Going to write here. Going to write here. Okay, let's do something. Okay. So why today is equals to empty. right? So now what we are going to do is that we are going to do something. So I can say if today is equals to Wednesday, right? Now I can say if today is equals to Wednesday, this is stuff. Then even before then, you say s if so let's do another one. S if today um is equals to Monday, break. So now if you notice what we are doing here, so what we are trying to do is that the code will run until this today is equals to, okay, let's move that. Let's move this from Wednesday to Saturday, right? Now this code will keep running without breaking. It will keep running without what? Without breaking. Now let's say after that, let's copy this as if today is equals to let's copy this. All right, this here. So let's copy the Wednesday. All right. So let's try to run this code and see what's going to happen.
So please look at line 50. Is it now supposed to be while true? That space is denoted as false.
What is that?
Line 50.
This line 60.
50, 50.
He's talking
Okay.
about 50 that he made it empty, that he made it an empty.
Empty is false.
It's not empty now. That's not empty. It's something.
Line
It's not
50,
empty.
50.
There's nothing empty there.
Nothing is empty.
It's empty. Line 50.
Why today
That
equals
is where
It's supposed to be
that
true.
is
Okay.
Empty space is false. So you put true there, sir.
To put true.
It's supposed to be while true. Now, while true. Or you use 1. Empty space is false. That means you'll never print anything.
I didn't get. Come again.
He's saying it's supposed to be while true, then you can assign it an empty string. While true today then equal to that empty string, because by default empty is false. So it's not going to print anything.
This is it. So what we are trying to check that it only stop to check why today is equals to Wednesday, right? So if today is Wednesday, it will drive today is Wednesday. If today is Thursday, it will print today is Thursday. Now this is not going to print this. This is not going to print this. It's only going to print this. So this will run until when it gets to this. When this condition is true. That's what I'm trying to explain. Are you getting me? So
Yes,
if you
sir.
put y true here, are you getting me?
with you.
If you put y true here, this will run to infinity. That is it. If you put y true, this is not going to give you any, because Wednesday is not equals to true. Today is not equals to true. It's Wednesday.
That's not what I meant. But you saying why today equal to Wednesday is the same thing as saying why true.
It is so?
Yes, sir, it is. Because today is equal to Wednesday, it is true. So I only had a problem when you use empty space because that was false.
Okay. So which one do you prefer?
Any of them is fine. Any of them is fine.
Okay. So now what is going to happen here is that why this is equals to this. Now, if we don't have Wednesday here, if we comment on this Wednesday, this code will keep running. Now, if you come back and remove this will keep running Wednesday, 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 Wednesday. So that's why we need to have the what? Break. Oh, they don't crash me. So let's add break before it gets too late. Okay, good, stopped. So now, if you didn't add break, what's going to happen here is that this will keep running until you use break. So the while is that why something is true is to run until that thing becomes what? Why something is true,
False.
it should run until that thing becomes false. And
False.
when it's false, it's when it's true, it immediately run. So when something is false, it keep running until it becomes true. Are you getting me? It keep running until it becomes true. That's why.
So that's why while loop is called an indefinite loop.
Yes, we call it indefinite loop. So we keep running until the certain condition becomes what? Becomes true. So when it's not true, it will keep running. It will keep running continuously. So for you to, when it's true, even when it's true, it will keep still running until you use the word break to break it from running. That's what it means. So it's a very simple logic.
But sir, what
Yeah.
of if you use continue? Like if you meet a condition, like if you say now if today is equals to Wednesday, then you now say print today is Wednesday. You now instead of break, you now use continue. Now say listen, if today is Monday, print today is Monday, break. So what is going to happen? After that, you now print, you now give another print. Like you now print out
Now,
something else.
what
Won't you
continue?
still
What continue will do for you is that when you add a continue, so what continue can do for you if you use continue? So it will, what's going to happen that it will skip the rest of code inside that loop. It will
inside the
skip
loop or the if statement itself?
inside the if statement. It will skip it and then continue running the code. It's continue running the code. When you are building project, when this thing will get more clear. But as I'm explaining it now, it will not get more clear until you use it. And when you are building project with it, you use it with the real world scenario, then it becomes clearer and clearer for you. So the more you build project, the more it become clear. So let's uh, move into today project that we are going to be building. If you recall, I posted something on the WhatsApp group that I want us to leverage on, right? So I want us to leverage on. So as a platform, uh, basically the platform is used in building robots. How you can control a robot using a very simple function and a very simple if statement. So we are going to be looking how we can be able to use uh, that particular platform. So for you to follow along with this course, please check the group, and then you will get access to the link uh, in question. So the link, so check the WhatsApp group so that you can get access to the link. If you are not on the WhatsApp group, it will be difficult for you to follow. So everybody should go on WhatsApp group. Go to the WhatsApp group. I posted it earlier. Go to the WhatsApp group. Go to the WhatsApp group. Go to the WhatsApp group. If you are there, say I'm there. Okay, now we are going to be using what we've learned so far, like the if statement, to see how we can use it to be able to work on a robot. So look at this little robot here, this smaller robot. And what we are going to be doing is that to see how we can move this WhatsApp, this robot around here. So this is like a game, right? And we're going to be doing a lot. After tonight's class, we're also going to be having a lot of assignments that we are going to be working on tonight. So when it comes to this, you can choose a lot of designs. You can leverage on a lot of designs, how you want your game to function. So we have a lot of pre-building design for your games. So what we are doing is to control this robot using Python. So most of you have heard about robotics, where people can control a particular robot using their phone, right? Using app, they can tell the robot to go left, they can tell the robot to jump, they can tell the robot to do anything they want, and the robot will do that. So we are going to be learning how we can be able to use the robot to control. So after the end of tonight's class, we're going to be building a game, a very simple game, and we are not designing. So we're going to be building a very simple game that look like that look like
That look like a chessboard.
not really a chessboard, that looked like um a maze. Let me look for that maze. All right, so this is what I'm going to be building. So what we are going to do is to see how we can use programming to control this man, either to go left or to go right. And also let's look at the information here. So if you want to get information about this particular game, click on what information. So they say lost in a maze, right? They say why a program using an if if statement so reboot can find the exit. The secret is to have reboot follow along with right edge of the maze, turning right if it can go straight ahead. If it can turn right or turning left as at least result. So what do you need to know? Then the one will have the move function. So the move function will be used in moving around, either to move forward or to move back, right? Then we have turn left. So turn left function, it's used to make the object turn left, right? Now we have either the test, right? So this will clear it will check if the front is clear. Then if the front is clear, so when you look at this line of code here, this red wall here, so this will check if the front is clear. For if the front is not clear, and it's also check in front of wall. So this will tell him, okay, you are in front of wall, and then clear right. This will now clear right. And also we'll come to this later, but let's move into the what we are going to start with. Now, this is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do. So what we are going to do here is we are going to come in the keyboard, click on the keyboard here. I think this is the keyboard. So in this keyboard, I'm going to call the move function, right? So what is the move function does? So we need to know what is the move function. Like I told you, the move function will be used to what? To move the robot front. So here I can come here and say, okay, move. So this one move stand for, so when it come here and play, it stand for to move from here, right? So this is what it means, to move front. Now, if you come again and click, so it means that to move front. Now, if I also want him to move 2, 3, 4, 2 steps ahead, I can use this and come here. Then come here and click. It's going to move 2 steps ahead. Right? This is going to move 2 steps ahead. Now, if I want him to move right, then after you move 2 steps ahead, I want you to move right. So we come here and then you say turn left, right? There is no turn right, but we are going to see how we can customize that. Turn what? Turn left. So yeah, come here and say turn underscore left. So when we run this code, let's see what's going to happen. We run this code, it turn left and then it turn. Right? You notice that the man turns what? Turns left. Then let me play this game again. So when it comes forward, you notice that it turns what? It turns left. Then I can decide after turning left, move 2 steps ahead. Then it's going to move 2 steps ahead. Let's play the game and then 2 steps upward. Now, you notice that it's not going right. It's either going what? Left. So now it's moving what? Upward. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a function. So what this function is going to do is that a function that can control this robot either to turn left or turn right or to move around. So what we are going to do is very simple. I'm going to get rid of all this. Let me leave it. They say, yeah, I will come here. So yeah, I'll create a function. I'll say turn around. So in this turn around, the first thing I'm going to do in this turn around is to tell the robot. Let me remove this. To tell the robot to turn left, underscore left. Then let's come down, try to call the function. So we need to call our function. We call the function turn around. Then when you run this function turn around, you notice that turn left. This man is turning left, right? Good and fine. So now when it turns left, we can decide when it turns left, move and turn left. So here you can pass in move. When it turns left, you move front 1 step ahead, and then it should turn left also, right? So you can decide that when it turns left, it should move 2 steps ahead, right? Move 2 steps ahead, then it will turn left. Then we will decide, okay, to pause. Whenever it turns, we want him to pause. Then when it pause, it should move, turn left again and keep moving. So we can do something like this. We can say pause. Then after pausing, let's copy this. It should keep moving. So clear this and then rerun our code. Now, if you notice that whenever I get to this man, whenever it runs here, then it gets to this man and then it paused. Then when it play it again, it will move ahead. Now let's see how we have been trying to turn right. All this one, what we are doing here, we are only turning left. How do we intend to turn right? Because there is no provision for the code for us to turn what? To turn right, right? Now, all this what we are doing here is that the code only can turn left. There's no way to turn right. So we say turn left, it turn left. We say turn right. There's no provision for that. So if you notice what we did here, let me remove this first. What we did here is that we create a code that turn the robot to left and move the robot front 2 steps ahead. Let me comment on this. 2 steps ahead. Now I want us the one who will create that will make the robot go back where it's coming from. Right? That will make the robot go back where it's coming from. So I'm going to create another function here. So in this function, I will define a function. I say turn right. So in this turn right, I will call in turn left into three places. So let me call this one turn left, call it again, turn left, because we are using a function, right? So let me call this function. Let me call this function, quickly copy it, and then let's call this function here. Of course. So what I'm going to do here is move this. So I'm going to move like, let us say this. So I'm going to move like 2 steps ahead. Let me move first. Move. So, like I said, you should turn left. So let's see what's going to happen. Then you notice that hold on. You should notice that the man is turning left. He's turning left. It's not like turning around. Not only turning left alone, it's turning what? Around. So let me play it again. You see what I'm talking about. So let me remove one, turn left and see. Good. Then after this has been done, let him move again. Let's see what's going to happen. 1, 2. So now, if it that because of that is a war. Now you notice what will actually happen here is that we'll be able to tell our robot to turn left, to turn right, rather. So if you notice, we have the one to turn left here. Now notice that this one will turn left and turn what? Right. So when you let me move another one again here so that we can have like so this code, what this one going to do is to tell the robot to turn red and then turn back again. So let's do that again. Remember the previous code, this code, the turn around code, let's call the function. Then move that and see what we are going to have. Indentation. So we need to be careful of indentation. Very, very, very important because it's Python we are using. All right, let's try to move this. Okay, this, we need to comment on one. Let's move this. Good and fine. So now what this code is doing is that turn left will turn our robot around, bring it full step forward, 2 steps forward, and then 2 steps backward. So let's play that again. 2 steps forward, then 2 steps backward. Now, that is what we can use in terms of turning our robot around, right? So now, if we want to make the robot to turn in as a square, right? So we want the robot to turn in what? As a square. So what are you going to do? And what I'm going to do is that I'm also going to create another variable here, another function, say turn. Let's see return this man because we're also going to use turn right, right? So let's call the function. Good. So in this function now, I want the robot, I want my robot to move from the left first. So if you play this, you will notice that it's turning left, it's just turning around, right? So I want it, whenever it turn around, it should silly move forward. So yeah, what I can do here is to move my robot forward, and then let's have this turn around and move forward, right? So when it move forward, I want my robot to also turn right. Are you getting me? When it move forward, I want it to turn right. When it turn right, I want it to move forward also. Then what I want to do when it comes here, I want it to move this way, right? Because it's already turning right. You can see it's turning right. Look at the face, right? It's turning right. So when it turn right, I want the robot to move further. All right. So move. All right. So let's play that. Move on. Go this way. And then next thing, I also want my robot to come down, right? I want my robot to do what? To come down, right? So to come down, what we are going to do is that we are still going to copy this and paste. So go back there and click this way, move down, right? If we want the robot to move, I think we have some, if we want the robot to move left, right? So if we want the robot to move left, what we are going to do is that we come here.
Sorry, sir. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, with all these things now that we are doing, that you are showing us, is there, if you finish, is there a way that it can be programmed that all these moves now are going to be made by a press or by pressing a button, or by the use of this thing mouse?
Get the basic
You
first.
know, you know,
Get the basic.
like playing normal games, but when you are using like this, if it's a PlayStation pad or Xbox 360, so it's buttons you are pressing. So that's my question is now, can we still, is there a way that we can still program it in a way that, okay, or if I like this maze game that you're trying to do, that maybe probably we can use our up arrow, listen, up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow for this the movement?
Why not? Of course, you use emulator. But we'll get to that. You cannot start building game when you don't understand the basic first. When you
Oh
know the
no, I just
basic,
want to know. I just want to know. It's
then
just a question. Yeah.
when you know the basic, then use emulator. Because start teaching emulator self, you will slip off. So understand the basic, the move, very essential. When you know the move, you are good to go. So the reason why I'm doing this basic because I'm going to be building an app so that when you're building the game, you will seem like you are a bit confused. So let's move ahead. So what we are going to do here is that, like I told you, the main thing is to have our robot control this robot, make it move anywhere we want, right? So what I did there was to make it move forward, turn back, then move forward. Then another thing I want to make it to do is to move this way, right? So what we are going to do, um, we can turn the robot to right, right, by calling this man again. And then when we turn it to right, we want him to keep moving forward. So we call this man. Okay, this is left. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I think this side is right. All right. So I want it to move this side. This side, is it right or left? Is this a right or left?
Right,
It's
sir.
right.
Okay. So let it keep moving. All right. Our code is getting more bigger. So let's run the code and see. Okay. It's going left instead of right. Right. So what we are going to do is going left instead of right. Okay. Oh, this is right. Sorry. Let's move it to left. So after this, call the left and then move one step ahead. So let's try that again and see what's going to happen. Move this way, then go this way. So have you seen it? Now you can decide, okay, when you get there, you want it to move like this. You can want it to move like this, or move like this, or move like this, right? Now, what we are doing all this is that we are using people inbuilt in what variable, right? Now let's see how we can build our own function and use our if statement, right, to be able to control this robot. Now I can decide to tell him to keep moving, right, to keep moving. Now when you come here, scroll up here, you see that we have keyboard. Because we are using keyboard, right, we have condition, front clear, right clear, which we are going to be using, and it's facing not object carry. Then we have Python like if statement, right? Continue, break, while statement, while loop, range. We're also going to use this range. So we have objects, we have special, greater than, lesser than, and so every goals, we have what called goals, right? We are going to be making use of this to build our application, right? Then after that, we'll give you guys assignment on what you are going to build. So now let's run the app again, and then let's try to move down, move forward. I can decide to move forward, get to this point, then I'll move forward again to this point, I'll move forward again to this point. So it all depend on the logic that you want to implement. Now, so before I build this game, I would like us to go through this assignment before I officially build this game. So now, look at this photo that I'm showing you now. So let me get the what's it called? Let me get the proper link so that I can make it available for you guys. Now, when they come here, now look at this, right? Yeah. Now, when they come here, I want you to choose a design called Hondo. Hudo. That should be H. That this Hudo one. Now, look at this Hudo one now. Right, let me play this. Now, look at what happened now. So, I want you guys to work on a project. Look at this arrow that will take this man up, bring it this way, move to this direction, come down, move here, move up, move down, come this way, move this way, move down, come up, move this way, move down, come up. So you can see what we have done here. We are going to use both loop and if statement to do that. So this is a project you guys are going to develop, and the presentation of this project would be let's see, I want you guys to rest, will be this week, which is this Wednesday. So we'll present it. Presentation will start
Next week Sunday, sir.
Are you telling me when to present? You want me to extend it, to bring down the time to this thing? We are not presenting project on Sundays now. So we are presenting this project. I'll give you guys just this project and other project. As another pending project. The two projects we are presenting, because every week we must present project. In a month, it's 4 times we are presenting project. 4 times in a month. So every week there must be a project to present. So you are presenting this project um after Wednesday class, that's on Thursday. Thursday, Friday is our project presenting for this. So let me repeat to President, are you there? Presido, are you there? Then after that one again, there's another one again. Let me make it 3 projects. Let me make it 3 projects. So now look at this, right? Okay, let's present this. Let's work on this. So let's work on this. Leave the other one. Let's work on this. So this now is a project that this man will move from here, right? This man should be able to detect that is a block here. Move down from here, then move from here, come from here, and move from here. So let him detect that is a block here. So if you want to go up, let him detect that is a block. So when he play the game, this man should be able to move. Look at now. Oh, I hit the wall, right? This man should be able to move from here. Be able to move. Look at now. He comes here, move this way, move down, move down, move down, move down, move down, move down, and move down. So this click on the link and use around 4. The project you are going to design is on what? Around 4. So we have the information. This is the information on how you can build the project. Is that clear? Is that clear before I start building my project? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the project I'm
Yes,
building
sir.
will give you uh, a kind of
Around 4.
yeah. The project I'm building will give you like a kind of let's say a an idea of what uh, we are going to be building. So let me show you guys something. All right, let's see how we can build this. Can we build this? Let's see how we can build this. Right? Let's see how I can quickly build this so that okay. Let's see how- Mhm. So all right, let's see how I can build this. This is the one that so guys supposed to use an assignment. So this is actually very simple, right? So what we are going to do here is that I'm going to create a function. So a function define turn underscore right, right? Turn underscore right. So this turn underscore right. Um, I'm going to turn underscore right. I'm going to use turn left several times. So when it comes to keyboard, you see what we have here. Command turn left. So these are the commands turn left. So come here, turn underscore left. So let me copy and duplicate. So play the program. You can see it's turning. All right. So let me call this functionality. All right. So let's call this. So this. All right. So
So,
yeah.
are you following the direction of the arrow? Because if you're following the direction of the arrow, you shouldn't go up.
I'm coming. Let's pair this. So we want to turn right. You need this three of this to turn right, 3 left to turn right. So let's run it again. So let's first of all, um, let's first of all, um, let's first of all come in. So when we come here, so we are going to move. Let's move first. Yeah. So let's try to run that. Good. All right. So when we move up, then turn right, move. So when we move, we are going to turn left first. So that's what we're going to do. Let's call the turn left. Let's see, when we move, we turn left. Let's see what's going to happen. Then we move, turn right. So we move, we turn left. Then we move, then we turn right. So when we move, we turn left, then turn right. So let's try to add another one. Let's move again. All right, hit the wall. So let's instead of turning left, right, let's turn right, because when you turn left now, that's why you're hitting the wall. So let's play it again. You move up, turn left, move down, move again. Then to turn left, then he's hitting this wall. So let's try to turn right.
I don't think this thing is running.
Let's try to turn right. All right. When you turn right, let's move and see what's going to happen. So let's see. Come down, move. Are you sure our code is? Are you sure our code is working?
It's not running your code. I've said that
Oh,
earlier.
it's not this.
It's running safe code.
It's not working with our code.
Yes.
Let's see why it's not working with our code. We have quite okay. No wonder we have code up there. We have some code up there. All this code. No wonder. Okay. Because we have other codes. That's why. Okay, let's work that again. Okay, good and fine. All right, it's working with our code now. Let delete this and start afresh again. So robot did not follow correct paths. Okay, let's call the function. All right, now it's working with our code. I've not been working our code before. So let's run this function. All right. So what we are going to do is that when you call this function, it should move and turn left first, so that to move and turn left, right? So let's see what's going to happen. Run the code. It should move right. Then when it move and turn left, so when it turn left, it's trying to come here, then it's hitting this block. So we need to avoid this block. When it turn left, then when it moves and turn left, right, it should move again. So
turn right.
Then move again. Then it turn right. Exactly. So we'll call our right function turn right function. Right. So let's bring that and see this way. Then he need to turn right. He need to turn. He already turned. He's facing what?
The right hand side.
Right hand side. So then when he turn that right, let him move. You need to move.
Turn right.
turn
Turn
left,
right.
come in, move, turn right, then move, and then when you move, let's say that you also turn right, move, turn right, move, then to turn right,
Yes.
turn right, select for the function,
Then move.
move, turn right, good, all right, then move it again, move, move, turn right, move, then turn right, abi?
Turn left, sir. Turn left.
Okay.
You can copy and paste everything
Now,
once
and
and
now
for
I have a problem with this code. I need to use a function. I need to use either move this way, move this way. No, 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 no. Is that what? Okay, I think that's the right one. But now I have a problem. Yeah, I have a problem here. So so what I'm going to do is that let me run this code again. Move this way, come here, right? So what I want to do is that I want to create a function. So what I want to do is to use what we call range. So when they come here, remember we did about range, abi? Did about range. Who can tell me the work of this range? Who can tell me?
range allows us to move from a certain starting
Huh?
point to a certain end point.
Is that?
Range allows us to go through from a certain starting point to an end point.
So how many starting points do we have here?
We have one. That is line.
No.
I'm coming.
We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many moves do we have?
8 moves.
How many moves do we have here? Because
That is it.
if you want me to be copying this code now, just copy this code first. Like how many times for this code will work, get it perfect. 1, go this way, 1, go this way, 1, go this way, 1. Have you seen it? So I have to duplicate this key. I mean, let's look at how many steps that we have.
6.
6 steps. How many steps? 6 steps, right?
6.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't duplicate all these things. It's not for me as a programmer. I need to use shortcut. So shortcut we are going to use here is this range to count how many steps, right? So to count how many steps that we have for our robot. So what we are going to do is the 6 steps, like we said. So we get rid of all this. So what I'm going to do here is that I will leave one, but this one now I will define what we call jumping. Jumping. So this will be my variable called jumping function, right? So all right. So now what I'm I say for jump.
The indentation doesn't start from the beginning.
Okay, indentation. For jump in range. Range now. Range of 6 step, right?
Yes.
6 steps. So what you are going to do here is that instead of you duplicating this code, we are going to use for range of this will run 6 times. That means if this will run 6 times, like what we have here. So if you come here now, let me comment on it and say I come here and I say for step in range, right? 6. So this will run this code 6 times, right? I will say print step, right? So what's going to happen here is that this will run 6 times, right? 1, 2,
Yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. There is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's make it 7 and see. Okay, this will give us exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's giving us 7. No. 6.
Plus 1.
So let's leave it 6. All right. So this will run into 6. So the same thing is what we are going to have here. So this man will run whatever that is here into 6. So it will come and pass in jumping. So that means jumping will run 6 times, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So whenever I call this man, jumping is going to run 6 times. We are aware now. Like we are. So this is it. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. So have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
Then boom, last one go up. Boom, bam, congratulations. So that's a very simple game logic. So the class, I want the class to be very fun, and that's why we are doing this. So I'm giving you guys 2 assignments, please. 1 assignment, extra assignment again, please. Watch. Come to this place, and that's number 1 assignment. This is number 2 assignment now. So number 2 assignment is, I think that should be on alone. Okay, not here. Maze, right? So that should be on maze. You guys will listen. You guys will work on this maze. So presentation commence on Thursday next week. I repeat, presentation commence Thursday and Fridays are presentation. Thursday and Friday. Okay. Yeah, Thursday and Friday. Next week is our presentation. So you can. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, right? You have Thursday, Friday of this week. You have Saturday. You have Sunday. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to finish up these 2 projects. So this one, listen. This is what you are going to do on this one. Listen, somebody should inform the president. The guy. Inform the president about the 2 projects. So this one now is that you are going to start from here. So you are going to start from here. You move to any of this. Whenever you notice there is a block, turn back. Let this man turn back by himself and look for a place where there is no block. If there is block, you should turn back until it gets to this green place. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Are you getting me?
We are starting from the graph 1 by 1.
Yes. Starting from 0, then move to the top. Any question?